Right now, an uproar at Eastern Michigan University. Students demanding answers after a Native American man was attacked at a party near campus. This has been boiling on campus now for more than a week.
Action News was the first to tell you about it. Nathan Phillips, a Vietnam vet, a Native American, who came across a party where students were dressed in Native American costumes.
We're the effing Hurons. And I said, what?
Until 1991, Eastern Michigan's mascot was the Huron, a Native American nation. The school ended its use after the Michigan Department of Civil Rights issued a report suggesting schools drop logos depicting Native Americans.
As a Native American, Phillips said he was appalled to see half of the people at the party dressed in red face, some half naked, and wearing feathered headpieces.
This isn't honoring us. You know, this is racist. And as soon as I said racist, it turned from honoring the Indians to go back to the reservation. You effing Indian, get the F out of here.
In a statement late today, Ypsilanti police said Mr. Phillips, quote, did not want to pursue any types of charges, and there is no indication that the partygoers maliciously intended to harass him because of his heritage. Despite that, there is outrage among EMU's Native American students, and the university is running its own investigation. Michelle Lietz, the leader of the Native American Student Organization, called the party highly offensive, and she helped organize today's rally.
And she joins us today from Ypsilanti. Michelle, thank you for joining us. First of all, let's start with the party. What was your first thought when you heard about a bunch of fellow students in red face, wearing feathers, and obviously what they were doing?
Honestly, my first impression was a lot of shock. It's not exactly something that you expect people to be doing. We expect better of our community. And, once I got over my initial shock, it was a lot of anger and a lot of offense.
Let's talk about the university's response to all of this. In your mind, have they done enough to show you that they're taking this issue and what happened at this party seriously?
I feel like they have responded very carefully, and they've taken their time with their responses. I think that our community would like to see more action than has been taken, but we also understand their caution in what they have done so far.
Yeah, Michelle, just to play devil's advocate, this is an off-campus party, and these are students who, as you know, you put a little alcohol in students, which they shouldn't be doing anyway, and they become kind of idiots. But here they are off-campus, behaving in a manner that obviously everybody agrees is not right, but it's off-campus. What responsibility does the school have?
Well, they still have a responsibility to their students, and the fact that they were Eastern students involved and that they are on our campus with us, it puts us in a very hostile situation, and I feel like our university, our administration has a responsibility to take our safety into account both on and off campus as students that represent this university.
Do you think, Michelle, that the response would have been stronger or less cautious maybe if the students were dressed in blackface, maybe targeting an African-American man?
I feel that there would have been probably a lot quicker reaction, and certainly a lot more people would have spoken about it quicker, I think, because just the sheer numbers difference, I think, affects that a lot.
Michelle, we want to move on to a related subject here. The rally you're talking about today is really about more than just this party that we've been talking about. The group upset that Eastern Michigan has been using the old Huron logo, and we talked about this a moment ago, that logo was taken away a few years ago. You guys were changed to the Eagles, but apparently the logo is back on band uniforms, although they're kind of hidden away.
Yes, that's true. When we found out about it, it was a great concern of ours, because we were promised, our entire community was promised, that the Huron logo would never come back to this campus.
Michelle, explain to people watching at home. Some may say, I don't understand why they take offense to a logo like this. Explain to people at home why the Native American population is offended by someone using the Huron logo on a band uniform or anywhere else.
Well, any use of Native Americans as mascots or sports logos is dehumanizing and almost always leads to direct violence against our community when members of our community confront the people that are using these images.
Michelle Lietz, we thank you for your time this afternoon. Thanks so much for talking with us on the Now Detroit.
Thank you.
And coming up right after the break, we're going to hear from Eastern Michigan University about this controversy. So don't go anywhere. You're watching the Now Detroit.